Hey guys, so then we're back with a quick video about Thanatos. So we're still riding the Thanatos hype because it's gonna come out in a few days or weeks. And so there are three more things that I forgot to tell you in the last video, either because I just missed it or because these were just recently added in the latest CBT patch. So without further ado, these are the three not so obvious things to know before going Thanatos that I forgot to tell you the last time. Before we start, thanks to Team Leaks for extracting all of the data from the game and translating all of the text. So if you do want to interact with Team Leaks, feel free to drop by in our unofficial Discord channel as well as our individual Facebook pages. Okay, so number one, Combo 1, enhanced by Dark Fate level 7, it has a maximum target of 10. Um, Level 7 of Dark Fate changes the first combo of Thanatos, and it basically makes it a very wide and large AoE that hits several targets within the area of effect. Um, a lot of people have been contemplating about how useful it's going to be because you can basically dive in, um, unleash the first combo with the hopes of being able to CC a lot of targets. However, based on a skill code, it can only target a maximum of 10 enemies or units. So there's a line in the code which is range num, which basically decides how many targets a certain attack can have at max. So if you play the video, that's the Hydra pool in Payon Dungeon. You'd see that once I go in and unleash combo 1, not all of them dies. So you can pause the video right there at the spot to count the number of damage and maybe compare the number of Hydras before and after. And you'd see that only 10 of them got hit. So yeah, just do factor that in. While it doesn't really diminish the effectiveness and the awesomeness of the skill, just do know that you have a maximum target of 10 people. Next, MVPs and minis can be imbued with Abyss Contract. I didn't bother putting this in the last video because I thought, in terms of MVP hunting, people would generally just one-shot the targets, right? And, therefore making Thanatos maybe not such a good option for MVP hunting, unless, of course, you can boost Combo 1 or Heavy Blunt Force to such an extent that it just one-shots all of the MVPs. But in certain dungeons it can be useful, and just knowing that they can be imbued with Abyss Contract is a good thing in terms of preparation, because as you know from the last video, Abyss Contract makes your combo damage grow exponentially. Okay, third and last one, there's a 3.3 seconds gap before Heavy Blunt Force gets auto casted. Now, for those who doesn't know, once you get Dark Fate activated to level 7, it changes all of your combo skills in a way that it adds heavy blunt force after each attack. And so as you can see on the skill codes here, it's 136406. And if you go to the buff table, you see that the heavy blunt force line has a condition of 0.3 after time. And so what this means is after a third of a second, it casts a skill. Now, on surface level, it may not seem so important, but when you're actually using it, there is a big difference, because it means that your first skill, whether the combo skill, whether combo 1, combo 2, has a chance to trigger whatever attributes or skills or effect that you want before heavy blunt force kicks into the picture. And so, for example, just theoretically speaking, if you can trigger Lex Eterna, or you can trigger a certain CC, your heavy blunt force will be able to take advantage of that. And so if you look here, this is a slow-mo vid. So once you use the first combo, it puts up the first damage, and then right after that is the heavy blunt force damage. So do factor this in when you're planning, because like what I said, right? If the first attack triggers something, then obviously the second attack will be able to take advantage of that. Hypothetically speaking, if you can trigger poison, then it essentially reduces your enemy's death percentage by 25%, therefore making heavy blunt force damage a lot bigger than it would be without the poison effect. Okay, so that was it. Those are the three quick things I wanted to just slip by and let you know before you go Thanatos. Thanks everyone.